Hello, hello, and welcome to today's Saturday Double Tap. And our first challenge today, Axe Challenge, set in Bangkok and supplied to us by Redman 6008. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 4 of them, along with 3 objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as hotel security, and we're going to attempt this with empty pockets. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way into the hotel and up to the first floor, but we also need to acquire ourselves a fire axe. So there just so happens to be one here on the ground floor. We're just going to wait before we move off for the camera just above us to pan away, and then we can make our way up and into the first floor of the King's Emperor's suite, and our targets are all nicely grouped together in one of the suites here. So here they all are, and all we have to do is make our way into the bedroom, close the doors behind us, and we are alone with our first target, who we are going to introduce to cold steel. And once we have done so, we can then deposit them over the balcony. Now this is a non-used part of the map. This is basically the very edge of the map, so we have no issues dropping everyone we can over the balcony. So 1 target down, 3 more to go. So we're just going to open the bedroom doors, throw our axe against the wall, and that will attract the attention of target number 2. And we can then introduce her to cold steel and also deposit her over into the gardens and the wilderness beyond the balcony, where no one ever goes. I don't think there's anyone here at all ever. So 2 targets down, 2 more to go. Where's the... we dragged the axe all the way across the floor there, leaving blood everywhere. Oh dear. So 3rd time's the charm. We're going to open the doors, throw our axe against the wall, collect our axe, and await the arrival of target number 3. And when they come in, we can close the doors behind them and introduce them to cold steel. So just like we've done with our previous 2 targets, we are going to deposit them back onto the ground floor. Just noticed there's a nice looking pond there. It's a shame that none of this is part of the actual map. It looks rather pleasant to walk through. So moving on to our final target, and I haven't realised that they have left the living room and made their way into the bathroom. So we're just going to have to collect up our axe and make our way into the bathroom just as they are leaving. But it doesn't matter because we are already in position to introduce them to cold steel. So with all of our targets now dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. Now to avoid enforcers and cameras, we are going to have to take a relatively long route. We're going to head back out into the rear courtyard of the hotel and then back in via the bar at the back of reception and the atrium, through the atrium and out the front, avoiding the enforcer on the reception desk, and then straight to the nearest available exit, which is the speedboat exit. So there we go, 1 challenge down, 1 more to go, and once we get out into open waters, we will get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we met our objectives, which will gain us a Silent Assassin rating. So let's move on to challenge number 2. So for our second challenge, we are off to Santa Fortuna for Sins of a Sharman. And this contract has been supplied to us by Mr. Mike 227-2. So moving on to our briefing, short and sweet, good luck by Street Surgeon. And moving on to our targets, and today we have 9 of them. Let's count them all off. There are 9 in total. So for our second challenge today, we will be starting at the default location, and once again we will be attempting this with empty pockets. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to make our way around to the rear of the garage or garage or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to collect up the propane cylinder, and then we're going to head off to the Shaman's hut where all of our targets are roughly located. So they're all in the forest area this side of the coca fields.
Hi there.
So we're just going to make our way over the barrier into the forest area and straight over to the Shaman's hut, where we will encounter 5 of our first targets. And we're just going to place the propane cylinder on the floor around about here somewhere where the empty cushion is located, and then we're going to move off around to the outhouse, collect ourselves a crowbar before moving on to our next group of targets, who are 2 patrolling guards up towards the coca fields. So we're going to head around to the crashed plane and make our way up onto the upper level, and as we arrive here, so should our 2 targets. There they are. So once they go past, we will continue up onto the upper level. Using the crowbar we've collected, we will render them both unconscious. Down goes one, his friend is none the wiser, and down he goes. So we're going to take the assault rifle, we're going to take our target's attire or outfit, and then we're going to give both of the guards here a very quick neck massage. Let's just deal with him. There we go. I'm going to take his gun as well, just in case, but we won't need it. It's the assault rifle we want, as we will be now taking a rather long range shot, and this is probably the better weapon for the job. So once we make it back down the hill and to the gate, we are going to line up our shot with the propane cylinder and put as many bullets as necessary in it to detonate it. Now if we've placed it right, that will eliminate all 5 targets around the campfire, which it looks very much like it has done. It will also have the added benefit of calling our final 2 targets over to us, and they are the 2 guards on the road. And we're just going to drop them with the assault rifle without hopefully them getting any shots off. Not that there's anybody left in the area to hear. So all that's left for us to do once all of our targets have been dealt with is to make good our escape, and one of our final 2 targets will have the keys to the van back out on the road, which is also laden with a large box of monies. And we've done quite well out of this one. So once we get through the tunnel, we will get confirmation all of our 9 targets have been eliminated, including the shaman and everybody around the campfire, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.